Like damn, she in her mood. Like damn, she in her mood. She lit, get money too. Like.
Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and if you've been here before, thank you so much for tuning back in, guys. I am back with another video, and I'm just basically gonna be reviewing a show that I love so much. I've been watching the show since season 1, and I've been just contemplating making a TV recap or a TV review of it, but I was like, since I made Babe Beyond Borders, why not review this one as well? Also, if you seen me in another video looking the same makeup, same earrings, the same top, same hair or whatever, it's because today I'm trying to push content, guys. I'm trying to push content out for you guys. It's a Sunday today, so I don't have much to do. I don't have the kids with me, and Hubs is also on the other room just resting. So I was like, you know what, let me use this time to push content, because like I said, guys, I'm trying this year, I'm trying as much as I can to be more consistent, so that you guys get like back to back videos. And yeah, like I said, I'm gonna be reviewing or talking about, basically giving you guys a TV recap in what's been happening on a particular reality show. And this particular reality show that we are going to be talking about is called Love is Blind. I don't know if you guys watch Love is Blind, but if you do, please say something in the comment section. Let's have a talk, let's just chit chat about it on the comment section. And if you don't watch it, go start watching it today, so that whenever I do these recaps, you are up to date, and what has been just going on. So before we get into like recapping or reviewing the show, I'm just gonna share with you guys how this show works. So basically, the show is called Love is Blind. Like I said, I did write down a couple of notes, not a couple, I wrote down quite a lot of things that I wanted to talk about with regards to this TV show or this reality show, so that I don't forget, because you guys know I have mommy brain for days. I forget a lot, so for me not to forget things, I try my best to just like jot them down and stuff like that. So basically, Love is Blind is basically a show, right? It is a love show. I love love shows, guys. I love love. I'm a sucker for love, I'm a sucker for just watching people fall in love, the story behind love and stuff. I have watched other seasons before, but I've not reviewed them. But with this one, I was like, you know what, let me start with season 6. Love is Blind is on season 6, and yeah, so basically what happens on the show is that Love is Blind is more so like people are meant to find their ones or their partners through only exploring the emotional connection rather than the physical connection, right? So how they do that is that they bring in like 15 girlies and 15 guys, the single guys, single girls. They bring them in, and then what happens is that they get to basically date each other like rotationally, so without seeing each other. Okay, let me try and explain that. So the girls have their own quarters or their own villas, and the guys have their own villas. Then when it's time for a date, each person is gonna sit in what they call a pond, right? You sit in a small room like this, like there's a couch, everything. You don't see obviously, but you can hear what's happening on the other room, and the other room is and on the other room is like your dates basically. And then you guys get to like chit chat, talk, get to know each other, like just form a more so like emotional connection, because before you guys get to see each other. So that happens for like weeks, where you rotationally date these guys and you date these girls, like obviously you form connections with different people. And yeah, as the show ihamba, it narrows down to a couple of people who actually fall in love, because there are people who actually fall in love. So after the dating phase, or after talking in the pods, you talk with the people that you like, and then if you feel like you've gained like a strong enough connection with someone, then the guy is the one who is allowed to basically make, I could say, the final decision. Because even if as the girl you like the guy, if the guy doesn't like you back, the guy's is not gonna ask you to marry them, in a sense, because this show ends in marriage. There's no ending in dating here, it ends in marriage. So if you date this person for the couple of weeks and then you feel like, oh, this is the right person for me, then the guy is gonna ask the whatever lady to marry them, and then after asking to marry, then that's when you are gonna be able to see your partner. So you basically date someone without seeing them, and you propose to them. You go on your knee for someone you have not seen. That is crazy. That is so crazy, guys. For me, that is so crazy, because as much as the emotional connection is important, having a physical attraction or being attracted physically to someone is also important. It's so important as well. So that's wild to think that people actually like get engaged to people without seeing them. That's what happens. Yeah, you talk to the person through the wall, you talk, you date other people, and then after that, when you feel like this one is the one for me, like I said, the guy is the one who has the ultimate decision, because the guy is the one who's gonna ask you to marry them. Because when, as the girl, even if you feel like you like this person, you love them so much, if the guy doesn't propose to you, then they don't propose. So it's like, it's in vain whether you like them or you don't like them. So yeah, the guys propose, and then after they propose to you, you then go and you get ready to now meet up with your partner. So what happens is that you guys are on opposite ends of this big house, I guess, and then you get ready to meet your person. They propose to you, right? And then like the doors are gonna open, and then you meet like this person for the first time. You see them for the person you see this person for like the first time. Like one of two things could happen. You could see this person and be like, oh my god, this is the love of my life, like this is the person I've been talking to for this long time. So sorry guys, my memory card suddenly started acting up, and it was full, so I had to like remove a couple of things because I don't have another memory card, which is weird that a YouTuber like me has only one memory card. Like, come on Zinhle. So I don't know what I was saying, but I think I was talking about the meet up, right? You get engaged, and then you go get to see this person, and then I think I was saying only two things could happen. One, it could be a thing of, oh my god, love of my life, or it could be a thing of no, maybe this person is not your type. I've seen that happen a couple of times where the curtains open or the doors open, and then the guys are like, this is not my type, this is not my type. Like maybe the girl is too curvy, or the girl is too skinny, or the girl is dark skinned, or the girl is black, or the guy is black. Because in the pods you don't talk about race, you don't talk about looks at all. You don't even like say like, oh, I'm petite or I'm short, because now if you say that, we are giving the other person like a sort of an idea of how you look like, and you try your best to keep that to yourself, so that when you meet the person, you meet them for the first time, and when you talk to the person, you talk to the person and know them and get to love them for them, right? So it could happen that when you get there and you open the doors and the doors open, you find that this person is not really my person, but because you're trying to be nice, you just go ahead and hug them, give them a little kiss then there. It's such a cute thing, honestly. When they meet, most of them, when they meet, it's still like an intense connection, because honestly an emotional connection is more intense in comparison to a physical connection. So sometimes when they meet for the first time, as much as they're not each other's types, but because it's such a strong emotional connection, they tend to like still be in that cloud of, oh my god, I love this person, until the next step of the show happens, right? So after you see each other and stuff, it's nice, it's cool, you hug, the guy gets to ask you again to marry them, then you say yes, they give you the ring. Because I remember in the pods, when they ask you to marry them, you can't, like, they can't see you, so there's no ring, right? So now you get your ring and stuff, and you go back to your different pods and then after like all is said and done, like there are just maybe like 4 or 5 engaged couples, and the rest of the people have just gone home because like they didn't find their ones. What happens is that we move to now exploring the physical connection. So what happens is that they take all the couples to like a resort of some sort to go now and spend time and explore the physical connection and stuff like that. And then you get to go stay with your partner for a couple of days, be on vacation, get to know them a little bit more, you know, get to do some suki if you want to. If you don't want to, nakona, it's okay. You get to just explore the physical connection since you've explored their emotional connection. So most couples here don't survive because, like, as much as the emotional connection is important, and I agree, the physical connection is also as important. So some couples tend to like sort of like struggle in a sense to like connect with their partners physical, because some of them can be type, yeah, okay, some there are specific things that they don't like about the person physically, as much as they enjoyed talking to the person, but they don't necessarily like how they look, maybe. So some couples tend to struggle but now you're engaged, so like you try your best to make it work. Basically, like you try your best, like you try to hold on because you are engaged to this person for a particular reason. Like you would not just like choose to marry this person and say yes to the person, or the guy ask the person if they didn't feel like there's like some sort of a potential there. And it's so they basically ask these people because there's something there, like there's something that they feel like, if I had to spend my life with this person, certain things would make sense. But now issue sex go physical world, man, you know, sesiyabonana. You know, so mhlambe you don't like how the person's teeth look, you don't like the lips, you don't like the nose, you don't like the mouth, you don't like how they kiss, you don't like how they touch you, you don't like, mhlambe they're just an overall creep and you're like, I don't like this. So most couples tend to struggle there because nyalo akusasi ukuthi sesiyakhuluma, sesiya-explore manje physical, right? And then the tricky part about that is, if I don't know how to put this. The tricky part is you are not just seeing your partner only. Like, outline the partner yako, not one, and for the whole couple of days there at the resort, not one. You get to mingle with the other couples as well, like the other couples who got engaged, right? So now, if when they would say one of the other couples, maybe the girl of part of another pair, had a thing for you as the guy, and like I don't know how to explain this, guys. If right, okay, fine. Then genda uthi mhlambe usale na 2 mantombazana or usale na 2 bafana. Mawusala na 2 bafana, and like you decide ukuthi I'm gonna go for this guy X. I'm gonna go for guy X, Joshua, for example. I'm not gonna go for Alex. Remember, both guys are gonna ask you to marry them, and then you're just gonna say yes to Joshua, right? And then let's say Alex is like, it's fine, but I had Cynthia as an option as well, so let me go ask Cynthia, and then they get engaged to Cynthia, and then they also move to the same villa. Because as you mingle with the couples, you get to see other people that you had a thing with, like a serious thing with, to be exact, like not just date, because you've dated each other. Nongen dating either way. other people from the other couples and stuff need dating. But the only tricky part is that if like you were in an emotionally connected relationship with someone else and you chose the other one, and then nabo base relationship and nabo bakuvila, and you get to see them, and then sometimes it happens that your partner is not your type, but the person you said no to, who's also engaged to someone else, is your type. And then now that's where the trick part again comes in, because you see this guy, he's with another lady maybe, and now you're with this other guy and you're not really feeling this guy, but you remember that you had an emotional connection with this guy and this guy is your type. So it's tricky, like it's so tricky. But yeah, some couples have actually like ended and swapped partners in other seasons because of like these things, because it's so crazy, it's so crazy, it's so crazy. And then what else am I leaving out? Yes, and then after the what's this, the resort situation where you are exploring the physical, you are still allowed or given the chance to be like, actually no, I don't want to be with this person. You're still allowed to call it quits. You can just stop it, the train right there, and be like, because I remember there was a situation with this other one in previous, and the previous, I think it's season 5, if not season 4, I think it's season 4, where the girl had to call it quits with this other guy because she found out Gucci, this guy is, what do they call them? Found out Gucci, this guy is, what do they call them? Like these people who date any gender, like, is it bisexual? I think so. He was saying that she found out that this guy is bisexual and had interactions with men as well, like had coitus with men as well. So she was like, she can't do that, because now the thought of knowing that his partner has done the deed with another man for her is a no-no, or is cringe, or whatever she said. And then she decided to stop the train right there. And I remember the guy trying to manipulate her by saying like, yeah, like you don't love me because of my sexuality. And the girl was like, no, it's not about the sexuality thing, it's a thing of, you could have just told me in the pod that like this is what's going on, you know, given me the chance then, you know, to just make the decision then, and not to like ask me to marry you, and then I come here, I say yes, I want to marry you, I come here and I find out that you've slept with men, or you've done things with men, like you're into men basically. And if it was most probably they could have had the conversation of like, are you just into men or are you just into both? What's going on? I'm sure like the conversation would have gone different. So for her, it was a thing of, he lied and didn't mention this thing. He didn't say that he was into men. He didn't say anything. It just got thrown to her at the resort, and for her, I guess it made her uncomfortable, understandably so. And then they broke up. And then there was another couple last season where the girl was so mean to the guy, to a point where the guy decided that he was gonna like leave this girl, because he felt like this girl was just being so mean to him. And honestly guys, everyone who watched that season could see how mean that girl was to that guy. Like, she said yes to him, but then when they went to the resort, like, she didn't want to touch him, she didn't want to chill with him, she didn't want to talk to him. Like, she was just like all around mean to the guy. And for me, it was a thing of, it's okay if you're not physically attracted to a guy, but don't be a bee about it. Like, don't be mean to the guy. Like, why are you mean to the guy? Because if you don't like him, just tell him like, dude, actually, like, I don't like you like that. I'm not physically attracted to you. Because after that, we heard that girl was actually there for like TV purposes. Like, she just wanted to be on TV and stuff. She wanted to be a celebrity, she wanted to be famous, she wanted to be known. So yeah, those are some of the things that have happened on the show. It's such an interesting show, guys, honestly. And did I mention that it's on Netflix? I did not mention. This one is on Netflix. It's not on Showmax, it's on Netflix. So yeah. And then I was saying, after they're done with the resort situation, they go on to the, before they go to the wedding, there's a step that I'm missing. They get to go explore the real world, right? So they go on this vacation, right? And it's after they engaged, and then they get to go home now and move in with each other. Remember, now they're like engaged couples for real. So they move in with each other. They go and see their homes, where they're gonna live. They pick apartments. They go and live in those apartments with their partners. They try basically and make it seem like now they're staying together, to try and get to know each other more. They do the emotional, they do the physical, then now they do like home, like basic home. Someone is gonna wake up and go to work, and they try and see if it's gonna work. And then after they stay together, they introduce each other to their families. They go, Mom, I'm engaged to this guy, and then the family, if the family likes you, they like you. If they don't, they don't. Some parents choose to be to not be part of the show, which is also understandable, guys. Grown folks don't understand these things, guys. Honestly, grown folks don't understand these things. And then after you meet the parents, obviously it's wedding time, right? So after all is said and done, you get to go and marry this person. Now the plot twist with the wedding is that you are allowed to either say I do or I don't, based on what you've been through with the person all weeks. I think the show is like 10 weeks, so you get in the pods, you're done with the pods, you go on this vacation where you explore your physical connection, then you get to go home with this person, meet their family, you try and figure out if this is really going to work. And if you still feel like this is gonna work, then you say I do believe that love is blind. And then when you don't feel like this is gonna work for you, you can gladly say I don't. So yeah, that's the plot twist, because as much as Nitanzana and engaged, the other person could say I don't. Like, even if when I feel, I was like, I love this person, I want to marry them, I want to be with them, the other person is still given an option to say I don't. That has happened a couple of times when the guys have said I don't, the girls have said I do, and then it's so devastating, because like you think this is gonna work out, you say I do, and then the guy is like I don't. There was this guy, I forgot her name. The girl is a palliative person. I'll put a picture on the screen if I find her. And this guy was like a Nigerian guy, and the guy said like no I don't, while the girl said I do, right? And then after that they apparently continued to date outside of the show, and then the guy cheated on her, like cheated on her like in real life. So that was sad, because they even spoke about it at the reunion. No, at the reunion I think they were still together, they were happy, they were fine, and then videos came out of her expressing how this guy cheated on her and stuff. And then there was another couple where the guy said I do, and the girl was like I don't, because like you're such a horrible person, you said I'm fat, you said I should stop eating, and it was a thing of okay, right? You body shamed me. It was a thing like that. So that's basically the gist of the show, guys. That's what happens. It's like love is blind, literally. You get to meet someone, it's more also like a blind date, if I could say, but with 15 people. You get to date 15 people without seeing them, and then you try and find the love of your life. So what has been happening on this season, let me just recap. I think there's like 6 episodes that I've watched. Let me just recap on what's been happening. So basically there were a couple of people that stood out for me. Some of them, they did not make it to the engagement part, but they definitely stood out. So in the first episode, right, they date each other. Then there's this guy called, what's his name? Matthew. Hey, this Matthew guy is such a weirdo. This Matthew guy is so weird. My fire has stopped. Why has my fire stopped? I don't know. Anyway, this Matthew guy is coming and saying like he's such a weirdo. He seems like a smart guy. He seems like just one of those guys who's just quirky and stuff. Comes in, has like 15 questions written down and his notepad to ask, and then he comes in and says pick a number between 1 to 15, and then the girls pick like 10, and then the question is like so what do you see yourself doing in 15 years? And then the girl answers, and then one of the girls asked the same question back at him, and she was like, no, same question to you, what's your plan in like 5 years? And the guy was like, no, I'm not the one answering these questions, you are. And I was like, Mateo, Matthew, baby, what's wrong? Are you weird? Are you okay up here, Matthew? Because he came in with 15 questions, asked the girls to choose a number, asked the question, and then when the girls ask him the questions, it's a thing of no, I'm not answering these questions, you are. And we're trying to get to know each other. We are trying to get to know each other, and you're telling me you're the one who's going to be asking me questions. And then the same guy, right? What happens was that he was in this relationship with this girl called, what's her name? AD, right? He was professing his love, telling her that like telling her nice things, man. He was telling her nice things. Like every girl would want to hear these nice things. Like they were so nice, like nice things like, you are my sunshine, my only sunshine, you make me happy, you know, those types of things that guys say. Said that to this girl called AD, right? AD is crying. She's so excited. She's like, oh my god, this is the love of my love, I love this guy so much, right? Goes back to the villa, sits, does not tell anyone about this, sits and overhears one of the other girls saying, there's this guy in the pods called Matthew. He just said like, I am his only sunshine, I'm his sunshine, I make him happy. And this guy is like, hi, this sounds familiar. This guy had been saying the same thing to all the girls. He was saying the same thing, word for verbatim, the same thing. You are the best I've ever seen in my life. Like, I want to whisk you to the moon, and I want to take you to the moon. Same everything to the same girl. Every girl. She was saying it. And this girl, guys, it was so sad because this girl was crying, like thinking, oh my god, this guy loves me so much, so much, and this guy is just full of crap. Like, it was so weird. And then who else stood out for me? Yeah, I think he's the one who stood out mostly in the first couple of episodes, because that was what they push him. It's just dating, guys, so it's the conversations. And then the second guy who had a hard time was the one called, I think it's Jimmy. Jimmy was in like a love triangle, if I can say, where he liked this girl called Chelsea and Jessica. So this guy utanze two of these girls, right? And on this other episode, I don't remember which episode it is, both girls come with his gatas to him, and I could understand why this guy was so frustrated. Guys, this guy was so frustrated by the end of that day. He was so frustrated, and I understood why. The first one, Jessica, comes and tells him that, dude, I have a child, I have a 10-year-old daughter. Guys, like, oh my god, I understand that for some people it's not a deal breaker, but for some people, guys, receiving the news that your partner has a child, like not your partner but someone you're looking at building a life with has a child, it comes with difficulties, obviously. So it was a thing of, oh my god, she has a child. Well, it's not a bad thing to have a child, but it was a thing like of like, he's gaga. And then after that, And the other one came with the news. Chelsea told him that she's a divorcee. That guy was like, what did I do? This one is a divorcee, this one is the 10-year-old now. Like, what did I do? What did I do? It was so sad. I was so sad for him because he genuinely liked both girls, but both girls came with his gutless. But in the end, he decided and chose one girl. So after the dates and stuff, the couples that are now engaged as we speak, we have the first couple to get engaged, which was Johnny and Amy, and they are such a cute couple. I love them so much. They are so cute. And then the second one was Brittany and Kenneth, and then it was Clay and AD, the same AD that was told that she's the moon and the stars and the what. She got engaged to this guy who's called Clay, who I feel like I don't trust that guy. I don't know why, but there's something inside of me that doesn't trust that guy. I don't trust that guy because I feel like he's there for TV, and how he reacted when AD came to him and like told him that like she feels sad because this Matthew guy has been playing her and stuff. How he reacted was so insensitive, and I was like, what will happen in the real life? I was like, but you know what? They're cute together. Also, I feel like Clay likes AD's body more. I don't know, you can correct me if I'm wrong. And then Chelsea and Jimmy also got engaged. Jimmy decided on Chelsea, the one who's a divorcee, rather than the one who was a child, understandably also, but it's okay. And then lastly, it's Laura and Jeremy. All of those ones, my camera died a bit for a couple of seconds. I was saying that those are the ones that are engaged as of today. I'm gonna continue to watch how the show unfolds, and then I'm gonna come back and just give you guys my thoughts. My battery is also flashing, it's low battery, so that's where I'm gonna end the video. Like I said, some of the couples seem genuine, honestly, but some of them don't seem genuine. But I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm lying when I say, I hope I'm not right about Clay, because they seem so cute with AD. Like, they are the cutest couple ever. But I just hope I'm wrong, you know. Jimmy and Chelsea. Jimmy seems weird because I remember in one of the diary sessions he was trying to talk about Chelsea, and he said Jessica, and I was like, that's already a no-no for me. Like, you're trying to talk about me and then you talk about another person. It's like you are thinking about this person, that's why you are. And also when Jimmy and Chelsea met up for the first time after they got engaged, Jimmy was just weird. Jimmy was just like so weird, and I was like, you are weird, my darling, you are so weird. Like, he didn't want to hold hands. It's like, oh Rory, she lied to me, she told me she looks like Megan Fox, but she doesn't, blah 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 blah. You could feel that this guy does not necessarily like this girl. And he even expressed to her and said that I almost left there, and I saw her eyes, like, man, feeling so sad. Like you almost left after you engaged. Like, you said you wanted to be with me, like we are engaged at the night before, and then the morning when we're supposed to meet, you're not excited about meeting up, you want to go home. It was a thing of, yeah, but it's gacha, guys. Anyway, I'll see what unfolds with these episodes. Hopefully his gachas come out, and I'll come back and share with you guys his gachas. But make sure you check out Love is Blind on Netflix. And yeah, I think the other episodes are coming out this Wednesday. I think they come out every Wednesday, I'm not sure, but yeah, I'll write it on the screen just to confirm. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys on my next one.